Emily Matthews with Remax Universal here to discuss housing market cycles. What is the market cycle? Well, it's the normal ebb and flow of the housing market. Believe it or not, it's not always a red-hot seller's market the way it was in 2021, kind of illustrated by the cartoon. Sometimes it's an even market and sometimes it's actually a buyer's market, like in 2009 and 10. Sellers and buyers markets go in cycles, which is normal. Things that can affect the housing market is the national debt, the world economy, local economy, jobs. Obviously, supply and demand affects it a lot. And the fact that some employers are now renting apartments for their workers that are going to be moving in only 2 or 3 years instead of asking them to buy a house. Obviously, in Wisconsin, we have seasons, and there are definitely seasonal factors. For example, in November and December, people are not as focused on house hunting as they are on holidays. However, anyone who is looking at that time is a very serious buyer. After Christmas and New Year's, when a lot of people reset and start to look ahead, decide if this is the year they're going to make a move. And we see that towards the end of January, the market starts to take off, both in terms of listings and in terms of people looking. School seasons definitely play a part. Most people with kids will stop looking for houses once the school year starts because they have other priorities now and they don't want to disrupt their kids by moving. They might be really desperate to get into a new district, so they might try to plan a move in the break between Christmas and New Year, but usually people will start looking in the second half of the school year because they want to be moved sometime in the summer. As I stated, weather in Wisconsin definitely plays a part, but winter is not as prohibitive to house hunting as people imagine. Very serious buyers will be out there when it's below zero, and if you have to list your house early in the year, you will get these serious buyers, sometimes known as pure buyers in the industry. And finally, sports could affect how people decide to either list their house or look for one. If they're really into hockey or golf or football, they might want to pull back their efforts when it's that season for that sport. Economic factors in terms of personal economics. Some people kind of use up their money around the holidays, and they may have to wait till they get their tax returns early in the year before they can then think of making a move. Interest rates do not affect the market as much as people imagine. All there is to say about interest rates is that if it creeps up, the amount of house you buy can creep down because your monthly payment, which is the middle of the seesaw, if you think of it that way, that has to stay the same. And remember that if you're buying a house, you are buying a monthly payment. So don't look at the sticker price. Look at that monthly payment. Is it doable or is it not? If you're planning a move, I have a caution for you. Please do not try to time the market. You can get analysis paralysis. Remember, your needs and goals come before the market. However, the market can explain what you should expect when you do come to try to list your house or buy one. And the market can be different depending on your price bracket. For example, in 2025, I saw the high-end houses, $850,000 and above, slipping into a buyer's market. I was watching it closely because I had a $1 million listing and I was worried about it. At the same time, the starter homes market was going gangbusters and people were getting multiple offers. So we had a seller's market in one price bracket and a buyer's market in another. All I ask is that when you do decide to make a move, that you call and give me a chance to interview for the job, because the best way for me to show how I can help you is actually to help you. If you found this useful, pass it on and have a great day.
And that's it for now. This is Emily Matthews here to help you with all your real estate needs. Don't forget to subscribe. It's the little icon with my head on it. Have a wonderful day.